Many homeowners look at their backyard and think a DIY screen enclosure kit is a straightforward weekend project, an easy way to bypass labor costs and save a few $1,000s. In Florida, a screen enclosure is a permanent, engineered structure, legally distinct from a temporary awning or backyard accessory. Under the owner-builder exemption, pulling your own permits means assuming the role of general contractor. All structural liability shifts directly onto your shoulders. Furthermore, most DIY kits lack the site-specific engineering plans required to pass municipal reviews. Choosing a DIY installation forces you to personally adopt massive legal and structural liability from the moment the first beam is erected. Beyond the structural engineering, there are strict financial mandates. For projects over $5,000, Florida Statute 713.13 requires a Notice of Commencement to be recorded in the clerk's office before your first building inspection. Mismanaging this paperwork creates a vulnerability to mechanics liens. If a material supplier goes unpaid by a vendor, they have a statutory right to lien your property, effectively forcing you to pay twice. Then there are safety mandates. Florida Statute 515.27 requires pool enclosures to function as safety barriers, demanding 54-inch latch heights and self-closing hinges. Failing to navigate these precise financial and safety statutes prevents the issuance of a Certificate of Occupancy and can instantly void your homeowner's insurance policy. Florida's coastal environment produces some of the most aggressive atmospheric loads in the country, including cyclonic wind events. These structures must be engineered to survive. The 2023 Florida Building Code demands site-specific engineering. The structure must be calculated to resist intense wind forces from two orthogonal directions simultaneously, with speeds reaching up to 170 miles per hour. Based on Table 2002.4, an enclosure in a coastal exposure category must withstand 43 psf of inward pressure on the walls and up to 45 psf of vertical pressure on any solid roof surfaces. This creates a push-pull dynamic that threatens to shear the frame off its concrete foundation. Horizontal pressure pushes in on the windward side while simultaneously pulling outward on the leeward side. Because of these extreme aerodynamic realities, generic wind data from a DIY kit is structurally invalid and legally non-compliant in high-velocity zones. Wrapping a thin frame in high-density fiberglass mesh creates a massive sail effect. This transfers extreme kinetic wind loads directly into the aluminum members. The choice of metal is critical. Standard DIY kits often use architectural-grade 6063 T6 aluminum, which has a fatigue strength of 70 megapascals. Professional-grade 6005 T5 aluminum provides 95 megapascals of fatigue strength, allowing it to survive cyclic buffeting. Professionals mix alloys strategically. High-stress 6005 T5 is reserved for primary load-bearing beams and roof braces, while smoother 6063 T6 is used for secondary trim and rails. DIY kits prioritize low shipping weight by using thinner-gauge, lower-grade aluminum throughout, which virtually guarantees catastrophic flexure and snapping during a major storm. In coastal air, mixing standard stainless steel fasteners with aluminum creates an electrical circuit. This causes galvanic corrosion, which actively dissolves the connection points. Connection points to the home are also a risk. Driving lag screws into wooden fascia causes the seal to fail through thermal cycling, which leads to hidden roof truss rot over time. A structural supergutter bypasses this issue entirely, acting as a safe ledger that transfers the load while protecting the home's roofline. Every mechanical connection point in a DIY build acts as a potential failure node, with the power to compromise the structural integrity of your home. Upfront savings on a DIY kit are often temporary. Over 60% of coastal DIY builds require major structural corrections within just 2 years of installation. If a municipality identifies an unpermitted structure, they can issue immediate teardown orders and impose massive daily statutory fines. The ultimate penalty occurs after a windstorm. Insurance adjusters can deny hurricane claims entirely if they find an illegal, unapproved structural modification was present on the property. To protect your home and your investment, the aerodynamic physics and legal liabilities should be delegated to a licensed professional. Screen Factory Florida provides site-specific 3D design and construction techniques proven to survive storms like Hurricane Milton. They back their durability with a 365-day warranty. Click the link in the description for a free consultation to get it built right the first time.